Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Bork No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to the future updates coming to Priconne. We're going to give you rough dates on everything, and this is thanks to the comparison data between Ken of NZ and Andu Krandu. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Andu Krandu created a compendium for all of the different JP content updates, so characters added, 6 stars, and all that stuff. But we're going to go ahead and cover characters added. Tsumigi, released after 120 days after JP launch. Global is at 105 days. So if you actually go to Ken of NZ's site right here, you can see Ilya's banner is going to be ending in 14 days and 21 hours. So what does that tell you? Essentially, 14 days and 21 hours, technically, we're going to be getting another banner, which is most likely Tsumigi, because we've been following the JP banners as of recent. You know, that's why there was a lot of like banner extensions, banner like corrections where it's like, oh, the slowed down schedule. We're actually following JP schedule. And I know some folks want to accelerate it and whatnot, but this will give us a rough idea on how things are going to be appearing. And now you can also tell when characters are also going to be appearing. And as you can see, Summer Pecorine is very close as well, right after Tsumigi. So technically Tsumigi's banner should be roughly 15 days if everything aligns appropriately. And things are going to be great because we also get a free copy of Summer Cockroach. Note that it says event unit right here, so you won't need any, polls in order to acquire her. And then Summer Karu and Suzume are going to be right behind her, alright? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the other part, which is going to be ranks and max levels, because this is something that actually doesn't align. So if we go back here to Ken of NZ's site, and then you scroll to the bottom, you can see that the quest area 12, Boninia Dunes, is going to be 8 days and 11 hours. So since it's 8 days and 11 hours, that's going to be different from the 120 days from JP launch. And, we're technically at 105 days that we already covered. Going to be 114 days since global launch, when we're going to be getting the actual level 98, 95 increase in chapter 12s or quest area 12 and all that stuff. So obviously, some things aren't going to align perfectly, but it's going to be close enough to the point that we can get a rough estimate on how things are going to flow. And no, I don't want to make this as a Bible or something that you have to use, but it's just good point of reference in case folks are curious, because I know a lot of people want to know, for example, when unique equipment is going to be releasing. 284 days after the JP launch. Right now we're at 105 days. So looking at this figuratively, Hiyori's going to be absolutely amazing when she gets her unique equipment. Yui's going to be an excellent healer once she gets her unique equipment as well. Saren's just going to become even better. Nozomi doesn't really benefit too much. Pecorine actually gets a lot of benefits from unique equipment. But just note, these are going to be the dates when unique equipment is going to be appearing. It's at least 6 months away, looking overall this timeline, or maybe even further. But 180 days, I believe that's somewhere around 6 months roughly, or 6 months and a half or 7 months. So we got quite some time before unique equipment drops. Just note that Hiyori's probably going to be the one, so you might want to shave a couple of shards for her. And then also Saren and Pecorine are going to be the next in line. And same with Kokoro and Carol. They're all going to be really good. Nozomi, not so much. Kurumi, not so much. Rei, not so much. It's going to be a decent increase for Rei, but nothing too crazy, alright? So let's go ahead and go back. The next things that I wanted to cover are going to be the game updates. Now, as far as the game updates goes, the closest thing that's going to be appearing is going to be the Luna Tower, which is in 210 days, or technically 105 days from, us right now. Luna Tower is going to be nice because this is going to be a monthly thing that's going to occur, that's going to provide a lot of gems. Not as much as Arena, but it'll be a nice area to sort of get more gems, right? And if you're wondering what Sanctum Survey is, Sanctum Survey, you see here it says 278 days. Sanctum Survey actually aligns with unique equipment. So it's kind of interesting that it releases a little bit of ahead of the actual unique equipment launch, because unique equipment requires the Sanctum Survey item, this one in particular. So in order to form unique equipment, we need Sanctum Survey, and you're also going to need shards, all right? So I like how this sort of all aligns. We already got the unique equipment stuff right there. And then also more mana exchange gives additional grotto attempts and all that stuff. So you can see more stuff is going to be added in the future. But the other question that I get asked quite often is going to be, when is Arena Shuffle going to be appearing? So now you guys also know in 186 days from JP launch, that is going to be occurring. And as we've covered before, we are 105 days into global. So knowing this information that it's technically this far away, which is I guess like 2 months and some change, it's pretty much after the summer event, there's going to be another opportunity to get gems. Now, you still have plenty of time before the summer Keru like banner appears. You have at least 1 or 2 clan battles. I would say like, you know, 2 clan battles or 1 at the bare minimum, because it is technically 166 days and we're 105 days, so that's 2 months. If you can reach like, you know, top 10,000 or what have you, that's going to be 3,000 gems in your pocket, so you can at least get 2 extra multis, and depending on where you rank, that's a couple more multis. So that's going to be pretty cool if you're trying to go for summer Keru within those time frames. And lastly, let's go ahead and cover the 6-star update. I really don't want people to be worrying about 6-star, because 6-star is going to be at least a year and a half away. Any 6-stars are going to be appearing. 6-stars, you know, you need an extra 50 shards. You need to have a unique equipment before you can get them. So if you have the unique equipment for like these said characters who are going to get unique equipment or going to get 6-stars, then I highly suggest saving those shards in case you want to prep for 6-stars. I wouldn't even bother working on Ray until maybe around like the 6-month mark, when she's going to get her 6-star version. You can start worrying about whether you should upgrade her and start working on her. Ray isn't going to be, you know, she's in a weird place because her counter sort of stuns herself in some ways, but this is going to be everything. Like, we've got proper timelines sort of for, you know, the character updates and everything, and then as far as like the actual, you know, player levels and equipment ranks and quest areas, we're roughly following it. Like, maybe it'll get better, maybe we'll slow down, maybe we'll speed up, who knows. But I like how we're matching the banners, and this is just something that I wanted to share and give huge shout outs to Andu Krandu for pre-calc and Ken of NZ for pretty much the event timers, because this helps people plan out how they want to view their gems. So in case you're wondering, you can just jump on here and see when your banners are going to be appearing in case you want more of a visual. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some PvP as we always do. And also, I think you guys are noticing there's a little VTuber model right here. It's going to be the avatar that's going to represent the channel, and I hope that you guys like it. If you guys want, like, you know, it to be bigger, let me know. But I feel like this size is sufficient enough in order to complete the things that we want to do. Let's go ahead and try to fight this team. Let me know if this is helpful. Thank you so much to Andu Krandu and Ken of NZ, and thank you to the Princess Connect community for allowing me to do videos like this, because even though I did the previous video with the Google spreadsheets that showed like all the different characters and like what you should save for, it's nice to still visually see like on a website the days and everything that stuff is going to be added over time, because I know a lot of times people are more visual and they like to see things instead of it just being like data points, right? So this fight is actually pretty close. Io comes in pretty clutch for these moments because, you know, you need like those opponents to attack each other. I tried running one more tank, it really doesn't work out. Hatsune doesn't work out, but I like Hatsune or pretty much Io doing that portion right there in Arena. So let's go ahead and jump into some Princess Arena. Let's see if we can fight anything reasonable. Okay, I don't think we can beat that Ninon comp right there. Okay, let's go ahead and try fighting this team. That looks fairly interesting. I'm kind of curious. I've been using Io a lot more frequently in Arena because she does, you know, provide more counters. And what's interesting is Hatsune isn't like the greatest unit in some situations, because my Hatsune is only at 4-star, and not to mention she's missing a lot of gear. Io's not missing as much gear, and she does her job, you know, doing her UB. Because the most important part about Io is doing her UBs. Let's see how this does. Managed to take out that Shizuru. Alright, this team works out pretty well, but of course, it'd be much better if I didn't have to use my Ilya team as my first team. But it's okay at the end of the day. Also, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about like the VTuber model. The thing is with the VTuber model, right? I've always wanted to have like a VTuber model. I've never been interested in showing my face. I'm super into anime. I saw like Kali Drip, all the VTuber stuff. I was just like, alright, I'm gonna get this done. And I made my VTuber model. While it is like not the most perfect thing, because I know the lip sync is a little bit off and stuff, I'm so happy to finally have something that can formally represent the channel in some ways, and hopefully it'll improve over time. This is very interesting. So this is one of the few moments where I run this team specifically to counter this Ninon comp in particular. And this team only works for this specific Ninon comp. I know if I run this team in other Ninon comps, it's not as successful, but feel free to copy this one in case you want to use it for, you know, Princess Arena things. Just note that it doesn't work on all Ninon comps, alright? But anyways, that is it for today's video. If you made it this far, consider subscribing, dropping a like. Once we hit 20,000 subs, we'll be doing a giveaway. Also, when it comes to the 17,500 giveaway, I'm already in contact with Ian, the other person. So we're trying to figure things out. I want to make sure he gets his giveaway. Vlad hasn't contacted me, so I'll make a community post if he doesn't contact me after like I post this video and stuff, because technically, you know, before 48 hours before I release the video. So look out for that community post. I'll be redoing it to see who's going to be the other giveaway winner for 17,500, since Vlad didn't contact me for the 48 hours one. But anyways, thanks so much for being here. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.